Good morning, YouTube. My name is Fiona Lore, and I have decided to film this introductory video because I'm new to this channel, and I suppose you're new to this channel too, because this channel is new. So, good morning. How are you doing? I decided that I wanted to record a little introductory video of myself explaining who I am, what I do, where I come from, and why. Because the why is always important. So, where do I start? Let me start at the beginning. I grew up in a small town here in the Netherlands, around 400 inhabitants, so I'm a village girl. Not much later, we moved to Switzerland, and I went to an international boarding school too. The first 4 years I stayed with my parents. They live with me, or at least I live with them. And the last 6 years, I went to a new boarding school, and I became a boarder, so I actually lived at school for most of the time, and then we had holidays and I went back to the Netherlands, and that's when I saw my parents. So I had a super cool childhood. I learned a lot. Especially socially, I think in boarding schools you learn a lot of social things. There was a lot of hierarchy, a lot of authority, which has made me who I am today. Let's keep it at that. After high school, I went to university, and I started at the University of Amsterdam studying communication science, but I absolutely fucking hated it. So I quit after about 6 months, moved back in with my parents, which was terror for the both of us. I then decided to go to the hotel school. Let's rewind a little bit. I wanted to study psychology. I really badly wanted to study psychology, and that has actually been a thing that I wanted to study in high school already. However, my parents always said, Fiona, the world is filled with psychologists. They don't need another psychologist. So it's better to study something like economics or something business-wise, that at least you've always got a chance of a job opportunity. And I thought, seems fair. I mean, money is not going to make itself. And at that point, I didn't have the self-esteem to be able to say, okay, but this is really what I want, and I'm sure I can make something beautiful out of it. So I listened to my parents, and to be fair, the hotel school seemed like a great second choice. It was a lot of fun. I worked in a hotel, and I thought, you know what? Okay, I'll become a general manager. I'll do my studies, and I'll become a general manager. And I mean, it was fun. I had a great class. I had lovely teachers, at least the first 2 years. Had quite a lot of fun. Worked in a small scale hotel, eventually ran that hotel together with my boyfriend, had the best time. So I became the general manager that I wanted a few years ago. But then once I finished my studies, I actually had the choice of working for the company that I did my final thesis with, or going into the work field and finding something else. And I thought, well, Fiona, is this really what I want for the rest of my life? And in the meantime, I had also done my coaching certificate, so I'm a registered coach. However, I guess the part of psychology continued to call me, and the dream of wanting to be a psychologist just kept on nagging at me. And so I thought, okay, well, I can make the choice here. I'm 25, 26 years old. I can make the choice of continuing to work for hospitality and pursuing that dream, or I can actually try and, at the young age right now, pursue the dream of the psychologist. So I thought, okay, I'm going to work in the social work domain. And after my studies, I applied to 16, 17, 18 different job vacancies regarding social work. And I didn't get accepted to any of them. So every recruiter told me, honey, it's really nice that you're trying to change your route. However, you've decided to study hospitality management. That's where your expertise is. And so we can't just accept you into the social work domain, which I get. But it was disappointing nonetheless. And I thought, okay, so apparently I made the wrong choice, and apparently I'm never going to work in the social work domain. And I was dramatizing all of this until I finally found a job vacancy that was way below my level. But I thought, if I apply, they cannot reject me because I've got the papers, I've got the diplomas, they cannot reject me. And they didn't. So I am currently working for COA, which is the Dutch refugee organization. So we take in refugees and we take care of them and we guide them into their life within or without the Netherlands. And on the side of that, I started studying psychology. So I'm finally where I want to be, or at least I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm finally on the right path. And I'm feeling really good about it. So, why this YouTube channel? That is because I want to reach my future clients, and I want to help people who are struggling mentally, whether it is in making the right decisions or following their dreams, or whether it is them dealing with eating disorders, panic attacks, or depression symptoms, or whatever, burnout, stress. Because right now in the world, there's so much trouble, there's so much negativity, and I'm aware there's a lot of coaches on this earth. However, there's only one Fiona Lore, and I think that is my strength. I think me as a person is my own strength, as I am super empathetic, I'm super kind, and these are weird things to be saying about yourself on camera. However, at the same time, I am also very in your face. I don't lie, which is nice. And I hold up a mirror and I'm like, yo, this is what you're saying, this is what you're doing, but it's not in line with your values or whatever. So in Dutch, we say recht voor zijn raap, which just means that you're very direct. And I think that with these qualities as a person and with my amazing sense of humor, just kidding, really weird to be saying this about myself on camera, I think I can help a lot of people. And that is genuinely why I started this company and why I believe in myself and why I think this is the right path for me. Because eventually, obviously, I want to be a registered psychologist and help people with mental disorders. But for now, I think this is the right way. And I think that on my way to becoming this registered psychologist, I can help a lot of people already because of my life experience, because of what I've been through, regarding my eating disorder, regarding being bullied, regarding all these social things that I've been through. Yeah. So that's a little bit of background story on me. I'm currently living in Leeuwarden, which is a small city in the north of the Netherlands. I'm living here with my boyfriend and my 2 dogs. They're 2 Quaker dogs, which are they're very boss oriented. They're not very social dogs, and they say a dog is like its owner, or it's well, yeah. But I guess I am quite social, which is nice. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I hope if you have watched till the end of this that you've enjoyed, well, or at least feel like you've spent your time wisely these few minutes. I have no idea. Yeah. So, as I said, this is funny because this is like my 12th take on this video. So yeah, I have recorded this video 12 times by now, and it's taken me a month to actually get to recording because the perfectionist in me is like, yeah, but Fiona, you have to do it all in one go and it has to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, you don't want to upload it. And I'm like, you know what? I've told my story. This is great. Maybe I'm awkward on camera. Maybe I'm saying the wrong things, but all in all, I'm being me. I'm being my authentic self. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. How generative, huh? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I really hope you look forward to my next video where maybe we'll get to meet each other a little bit more.